But, at episode 500, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to announce a new program, perhaps in our effort to take on Twit. And I want to play a clip for you today. And I'd like to get your feedback, assuming it goes well. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Windows Unplugged, the show where we talk all things Windows. I'm Chris Fisher, and I'm joined by my co-hosts Wes Payne and Brent Gervais. Hello.
Hello, Chris. I'm excited for the new show.
Hey, guys. Glad to be here.
Yeah, you heard that right. We've gone to the dark side, and we're using Windows now. We've got a lot of interesting topics to cover, but before we get started, let's say hello to our longtime friend of the show and host of Coder Radio, Michael Dominic.
Misa back and Misa friends now with Darth Windows.
Well, that wasn't my best Jar Jar. It sounded a bit robotic and fake, but alas, he has gone to the dark side, as have we all.
Yes, we have. In fact, I've put Windows on all the machines here in the studio, including the OBS system.
Wait, what?
Oh, hey, Neil.
Why on earth did you guys do that?
I don't know. Figured it was time for a change. Kind of got tired of Linux and the whole open source scene. Do you have any thoughts on Windows, Neil?
Oh, yes, I do. We tried switching to Windows over here a few years ago, and it was a complete disaster. We're talking entire departments offline for days at a time.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
No way. What happened?
Wow. Okay, hold on to those thoughts, and I'll bring you into the show after we get started. Okay, Wes and Brentley and Mike, are you guys ready to go? I'm going to get the commercial streams going. All right, let's do a quick 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Nicely done. Oh, hang on a sec. This isn't looking good. I think OBS might be frozen.
I'm withholding any negative comments about Windows I may or may not have bouncing around in my head.
Have you tried Control-Alt-Delete?
I might have to give it the old Falcon strike.
Well, I don't know if that'll be enough. You might have to break out the big guns and go for the Phoenix strike.
Oh no, the OBS system just blue screened on me.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Well, we can't really start the show without the OBS machine.
Wes? Did we just lose Wes?
I can't hear him, and his stream is frozen.
Just got a text from him. He says his system just blue screened and isn't booting.
I have to say, I've used Windows extensively in the past and haven't seen things go this sideways so fast. Wait, no. I didn't ask you to reboot for update.
I think we just lost Michael, too.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous now. I don't think we can start the show.
Guys, I think we lost everyone.
No, I'm still here, but I'm not using Windows.
How is it that I'm the only one with no issues? I think this is a first. Well, there you have it, everyone. The first and only ever Windows Unplugged episode from Jupiter Broadcasting. Happy 500. See you next week on Linux.
Amazing.
Oh, man. Brent, before we give our reactions, tell us who sent that in, would you?
Yeah, Chris Blasco sent this in. He's been sending us in these little teasers of what AI can do for us and shares a little bit about how he did it this time. He says, before I get too much credit for combing through hours of audio and transcribing it all, this time I used ElevenLabs AI. The results I got with just a couple minutes of audio for each speaker and absolutely zero transcribing needed. Each word was generated from some text, and all the intonations and emotional expressions were inferred by the AI. I simply ran the text-to-speech multiple times with different words and punctuations to get the results I really wanted.
That's really great. We got such a hoot out of that. And in the show notes, we have a link for a very impressive demo of that software. But what Chris did there was what I think the sweet spot is that legitimately sounded like something we would all do. And
100%.
I think he nailed Neil.
What the? I just, oh my gosh. Yeah. It actually, I'm scared now. That was a pretty good audio deepfake.
I know. And Minimec was pretty close too, right?
I think
even down to the garbled microphone output.
I think we found our backup crew.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, by episode 1000, could you just launch the Windows Unplugged podcast and it's just run by those? That we just basically have to script it. Chris, just teach us how to script.
I am curious of one thing though.
Yeah.
What was the samples he used to deepfake Chris's voice? Because it sounds a lot like from back in the 10 years ago when you had the crappy mic that didn't capture the lows super
Before
well.
I had the kids. He did actually. He told us a little bit about that, right, Brent? Yes, he did.
Did he?
Did you not grab that?
No, I didn't. Let me go grab
Oh
it
my
quickly.
gosh, you're not
Sorry, I
prepared.
just did it. I just did to him what I gave him a hard time for doing to me.
You're just getting me back for
right.
previous.
Well, he wrote in and he explained that he used old samples that he'd generated the first time he started sending something in, and he kind of improved his style, but by saving time, I imagine, by just using the old samples for me.
That explains a lot, because like those sounded like clips from before you actually had a proper studio, and that your voice was just not as well captured.
I found it to be reassuring that the AI couldn't quite get me. Like,
oh no, that's a great thing. I am freaked because of how well that sounds for me.
Right? Yeah.
But also, it's not exactly like I'm working in the best auditory environment, so there's that too.
It's like a new mode for meetings, so you go from like not even having your camera on to like just typing what you want to say, and then adjust the voice too.
And I'll just have
there's
ChatGPT do that part, so I don't even have to do that part. ChatGPT's got it covered.
I noticed
and that's actually like there's some seriously interesting applications for stuff like that, particularly for people who might be, having health conditions that are causing them to lose their voice permanently. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I noticed there was one clip of Wes in there that it sounded like he was on the bridge of the Enterprise or something.
Yeah. Or maybe that's just downtown Seattle traffic. I'm not sure. That can sometimes be accurate. It just depends on the show.
That is true.
A lot of fun. But I think we still have a few bugs to work out, so we're going to hit pause on launching that show. We'll wait a little bit. I think we're going to probably call that off. We'll refactor it and come back in episode 1000 and
We have some research to do, clearly. Manage those blue screens.
I mean, you can't record a Windows podcast on Linux, so we're going to have to sort that out. You know what I mean? This has been a lot of fun, everybody. It's been great to celebrate 500 episodes with you. I don't know if we'll make a big stink about 10. We might mention the 10-year mark, but we generally forget. So you probably,
no, you don't.
You probably have to remind us. Yeah, no, really, I do.
You did not forget the 10-year mark for all the other shows. You're not forgetting it for this one.
Well, it's because usually somebody reminds me.
We'll be
that's fair.
trying to come up with content.
Yeah, but you know what? We love it when you guys join us live. Great showing today, and of course, you're always welcome to hang out with us on a Sunday. We do it live at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, over at Jupiter.tube.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.
And it's always a good time. Either way. You can always get the episodes published when they're ready at linuxunplugged.com or jupiterbroadcasting.com. Our RSS feeds are there, as well as our contact forms. It's always a good way to catch a show, even if you don't want to catch it live. I understand. You can download it. Like 99.8% of you. I get it.
We save it to disk for that exact reason.
Drew's like, yeah, please keep downloading. Please keep downloading. A big thank you to Drew, too, for editing the show. All right, everyone, thanks so much. See you next Tuesday.